Don't let LeBron James get away with this one. Not this one. This was classic, snaky, fakey, laconic.
Bitch, fake. Fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch. Fuck about the Lakers. Give a fuck about Austin Reeves. Don't give a fuck about what you got going over there. But then guess what LeBron did?
I would probably be targeting the Memphis Grizzlies as a trade partner for Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, Rui, all expendables. You did your, hey, the city appreciates you, Austin. Lemon Daddy! Lemon Daddy! You are immortal! When we got Jokic running up and down winning championships. So it was because of you and that hard work you did and put in that summer.
Welcome to the most uncomfortable conversation in Lakers Nation right now. And trust me, nobody wants to say it out loud, but we're going to. Is LeBron James orchestrating Austin Reaves' exit from Los Angeles? Now, before you jump into the comments screaming clickbait or LeBron hater, hear me out, because what's happening behind the scenes in LA isn't just basketball operations. It's a masterclass in power, influence, and the kind of chess moves that would make Machiavelli proud. Rich Paul just dropped a podcast, and in that podcast, he casually suggested trading Austin Reaves for Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, that Austin Reaves, the fan favorite, the homegrown success story, the guy who took a team-friendly deal to stay in purple and gold, the player who's been averaging damn near 20 points a game, playing his heart out and becoming the third option the Lakers desperately needed. And Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, his business partner, his closest confidant, just put him on the trading block, publicly, on a podcast for the world to hear.
So you're picking a team that you're really attached to.
Invested.
LeBron in.
You're
invested in it. So that's why I said we don't know where the line is because it's the first time happening.
Let's talk about what's really going on here, because this isn't just some hot take from an agent trying to get clicks. This is calculated. This is strategic. And if you know anything about how LeBron operates, you know nothing happens in his circle by accident. Cemetery Larry said it best during the discussion, and I'm paraphrasing here, but the man compared LeBron and Rick to Charlie Murphy and Rick James. LeBron's Charlie, Rick is Rick. Rick's out here wilding, saying whatever he wants, doing whatever he wants, and when things get messy, Charlie acts like he can't control him. But we all know the truth. You're the ventriloquist, my guy. You know exactly what you're doing. And that's what makes this whole situation so dangerous for Austin Reaves, because Rich Paul doesn't just wake up one morning and decide to talk about trading a Lakers player for Jaren Jackson Jr. without LeBron knowing about it, without LeBron approving it, maybe without LeBron suggesting it. Think about the timing. The Lakers are 5th in the West. They're not desperate, they're competitive. Austin Reaves is playing well. The team has chemistry. There's no urgency to blow things up. So why now? Why this trade proposal? Why this player?
I'm sorry, I'm not a defensive guy. That might help the defense. Cool. But we do have struggle with our offense just as much too. Right? We are stagnant. We sit around. Not a lot of players can make their plays, and he is a player who makes his own offense. I don't give that up for Jaren Jackson.
Let's be real about this trade idea for a second. Jaren Jackson Jr. for Austin Reaves, straight up, that's not a basketball move, that's a power move. Jaren is a good player, Defensive Player of the Year in 2023. Long, athletic, can protect the rim, but here's what he's not, a floor spacer. He's not shooting 38% from 3, he's averaging under 6 rebounds a game at 6'11", and most importantly, he does nothing to solve the Lakers' actual problems. The panel broke this down perfectly. If you're bringing in Jaren Jackson, you're not solving anything for this roster. LeBron already plays the 4. You can't put Jaren at the 3, so he's got to play the 4, which means LeBron moves to the 3, which means you're messing with the entire structure of your offense. And for what? A guy who doesn't rebound, doesn't space the floor consistently, and doesn't create his own offense. Meanwhile, you're giving up a 6'5" shooting guard who can score 30 points on any given night, who plays with confidence under the brightest lights in basketball, and who actually fits perfectly next to LeBron and AD. It doesn't make basketball sense, but it makes LeBron sense. So what's the real play here? Why would LeBron want Austin Reaves gone? Option 1, LeBron wants to make one more championship run, and he doesn't think Austin Reaves is a championship-level third option. He's looking at Giannis, he's looking at other superstars who might become available, and Austin Reaves is the most valuable trade asset the Lakers have outside of AD. The panel hinted at this. They talked about how Austin's contract makes him tradable right now. If the Lakers sign him to an extension this summer, they can't trade him. But if they move him now, they can flip him for someone bigger, someone better, someone who fits LeBron's timeline.
So if I can get Austin Reeves and move that and get a superstar, now my old superstar money, I can give it to someone else, and then LeBron can come back on the team at a cheaper price. And that's what.
Because here's the thing about LeBron's $50 million contract that's coming off the books. That money can be used to bring in another max player, but only if the Lakers have the assets to trade for them. And right now, Austin Reaves is the best asset they have. Option 2, LeBron wants to set himself up as the next Lakers GM, or at least he wants Rich Paul in that position. Think about it. Rob Pelinka was a former agent who became a GM. Why can't Rich Paul do the same? And if Rich is positioning himself to run the Lakers after LeBron retires, then these podcast appearances aren't just entertainment, they're a job interview. The panel even discussed this possibility. Rich Paul saying, "If I was running the Lakers," isn't just a hypothetical, it's a declaration of intent. It's a message to ownership. I know how to build a championship team. I know the business. I know the players. Give me the keys.
I would probably be targeting the Memphis Grizzlies as a trade partner for Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, that'd be a great fit.
I would.
For whom?
Well, that's the thing, because you got to figure out the package. This comes with
Austin Reaves.
This comes with a very unemotional attachment because Austin is beloved, which he should be.
But he's about to get paid.
He's an underdog. If you put all the money into just the backcourt, and then you're kind of like your flexibility is restricted going forward to fill out the rest of the team, then that's kind of like riding when you just have the training wheels on your bike, but the one training wheel is off and it kind of leans.
But here's what makes this whole situation so cold, so calculated, so utterly ruthless. Austin Reaves took a team-friendly deal to stay with the Lakers. He could have left. He could have gotten more money elsewhere. The Spurs wanted him. Other teams would have paid him $200+ million, but he stayed. He bet on himself. He bet on LeBron. He bet on the Lakers. And now, Rich Paul is on a podcast talking about trading him for Jaren Jackson Jr., like he's a disposable asset, like loyalty means nothing. The panel discussed what Austin should do moving forward. Should he stay and take another discount? Should he demand his $240 million max? Should he leave and get paid somewhere else?
San Antonio want to give me $240. I want to be here because I'm relevant, I'm popping, I like the style, but they talking $160. Am I ever going to make that back up? Because if they don't get rid of me today.
And you know what? If I'm Austin Reaves' agent, oh wait, that's Rich Paul, I'm telling him to get the hell out of LA. Because if your own agent is publicly shopping you on a podcast, what does that tell you about your future with the team? The panel brought up something that should terrify every NBA front office. They compared Rich Paul to Dan Fagan. Rest in peace to Fagan, but the man basically ran multiple teams from behind the scenes. He was the puppet master. He controlled rosters, dictated trades, influenced draft picks, all without an official title. And now, Rich Paul is following that same blueprint. He's on podcasts discussing trades. He's positioning himself as a basketball mind, not just an agent. He's making it clear that he knows the salary cap. He knows the CBA. He knows how to build a contender.
Rich Paul probably is the GM for multiple teams.
Yeah.
Right? Because
you want to tell them?
Most of them don't know how to put teams together. So they go to the agent who has multiple players. Hey, who do I need? Well, you got this player over there. These players get along, so you got to make this move. That's what they end up doing.
Yeah.
The problem? Rich Paul represents LeBron James. His primary obligation is to LeBron's legacy, LeBron's interests, LeBron's championship dreams. Not the Lakers, not Austin Reaves, not anyone else. So when Rich Paul gets on a podcast and suggests trading Austin Reaves, he's not thinking about what's best for the Lakers' future. He's thinking about what's best for LeBron's final years. And those two things might not be the same. The chat poll during the panel discussion showed that 69% of fans think Rich Paul crossed the line. And honestly, they're right. There's a reason agents don't usually do this. There's a reason they work behind the scenes. Because the moment you put your business on blast, you create problems, you create tension, you create a situation where players start questioning their security, their value, their future. Austin Reaves is now looking over his shoulder wondering, am I really wanted here? Is this team actually committed to me? Or am I just a trade chip in LeBron's final power move? And LeBron? He's playing innocent. He gave a statement to ESPN saying he has nothing to do with it. But come on. We know better. LeBron controls everything in his ecosystem. Rich Paul doesn't sneeze without LeBron knowing about it. Here's the reality that Lakers fans need to accept. LeBron James is 40 years old. He doesn't have time to wait for Austin Reaves to develop into a superstar. He doesn't have time to build through the draft. He doesn't have time for patience or long-term planning. He wants a championship. Now, this year, next year at the latest. And if that means sacrificing Austin Reaves, the loyal, hard-working, team-first player who took less money to stay, then that's what's going to happen. The panel broke it down perfectly. The Lakers have built their entire history on trades. Worthy, Shaq, Pau Gasol, Anthony Davis. Every championship in the modern era came from trading assets for superstars. And now, Austin Reaves is the asset. Rui Hachimura is the asset, and LeBron's $50 million expiring contract is the ultimate wild card.
Built has been off of trades, besides in the 80s when everything was crooked. Everything has been off of trading these pieces for some real gold.
So is LeBron manipulating the Lakers to kick Austin Reaves off the team? Not directly. He's too smart for that, too savvy, too media trained. But is he using Rich Paul as his mouthpiece to test the waters, to see how fans react, to plant the seed with Lakers management that maybe, just maybe, Austin Reaves isn't untouchable? Absolutely. This is how LeBron operates. This is how he's always operated. He doesn't make demands. He doesn't force trades. He just creates the conditions where the organization feels like they have no choice but to do what he wants. And right now, what he wants is one more championship. And if Austin Reaves is standing in the way of that, if Austin's contract is preventing the Lakers from trading for Giannis or another superstar, then Austin Reaves is as good as gone. The question isn't if Austin will be traded. The question is when and for who. Because in LeBron's world, loyalty is great, but championships are everything. And Austin Reaves, he's learning that lesson the hard way.